Hi, I'm Mark Levitt, and this here is Michelle Levitt, and this is the story of the earwigs. Ready? Here we go.
Yeah.
Once upon a time, Michelle had a terrible earache.
And
It
she
really
hit Michelle.
hurt. It hurt a lot.
She hit Michelle.
So she decided to
She
call.
hit Michelle.
Who did she decide to call? The
Doctor.
Right. She called the doctor, and she called him up. She go, "Hello, Dr. Benkel?" And the receptionist said, "I'm sorry. Dr. Benkel is with a client now. I'll be happy to take a message." So Michelle said, No, I've got to talk to the doctor now. I have this terrible earache. She said, "Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that." So Michelle said, "Get Dr. Benkel on the phone now." So she, I'll be happy to do that. So she spoke to Dr. Benkel. "Hello, Dr. Benkel. What seems to be the problem?" "Well, it's me, Michelle Levitt. I have this terrible pain in my ear." So he said, "Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. You got to come down right on the double." So she went down to Dr. Benkel's office, and she hopped up on the examination table, and he looked in her ear with a telescope. He looked in. He went like, my goodness gracious, never seen anything like this. No wonder you've been having pain in your ear. You have a family of 4 living in your ear. There's a family of 4 living in your ear.
I can't believe it.
I can't believe it. I've never seen anything like this in all my years of practice. Well, Michelle said, "Doctor, you better practice longer because
You're gonna have to take them out. You know what? You don't have to take them
yeah."
out.
He said, I don't know what to do about this. This is crazy. Talk about your overcrowding. A family of 4 is living in your ear." So he said, "I'm going to have to take them out." So he went in to her ear. He stuck a metal prong in her ear, and he had to scoop out the family of 4 one by one. He scooped them out. He took out the dad. He took him out. He flung him out on the examination table. He took out the mommy. She splattered out all the examination table. Then he took out the son. There was a son in there. He took him out. Flung the son on the examination table. And then the daughter came out last. He went. So then they were all sitting out on the examination table. The doctor says, "Guys, what gives? What's the deal? You're living in this poor girl's ear." And the dad,
we always lived there.
"That's it. We've always lived. That's all we've ever known. We've always lived there." So, "What? Why are you living in her ear?" And the mother said, "We don't know. We've always lived there, and that's been our lives." I'll tell you a story in a second. And then, but suddenly the family started to shiver and shake and turn blue. And the doctor looked at them and said, "What's going on? What's happening?" And they started to shiver and quiver like this.
They must be cold.
He said, "Oh my God, they're freezing. They must be freezing. They're getting very, very sick." Michelle said, "What's happening to them?" And the doctor said, "I don't know. Maybe it's being out of your ear. Maybe they're freezing. They're getting really cold."
We're gonna have to take them out.
He said, they're dying." I said, "Michelle, I can't have that. Put it back in my ear now, doctor. Stick it back." He said, I can't do that. You've been having this tormenting pain." I said, "I care about myself, doctor. I care about the good of the earwigs. Okay? So put it back in there now." He said, "Well," the doctor came up with the idea. He said, "Okay, I have an idea. Maybe if I put some medicated powder on the earwigs, stuck them back in, maybe it would work." So he sprinkled magical mentholated powder on the earwigs. He went.
Put them back away.
He sprinkled all over it, and then he stuck them back in. He stuck them in one by one. He went like.
They're so happy.
Yeah, and he stuck them all in there. And that night, the earwigs were so happy. They were cozy in their bed.
I was so happy.
They were so happy. They decided to throw a party in honor of Michelle. So they threw a party. There was music.
That night.
There was music, dancing, striptease artists, jugglers. They had a whole celebration in honor of Michelle.
Again.
And they all lived happily ever after in Michelle's ear. And they lived in harmonious love for the rest of their lives. Harmonious love.
Daddy?
And that's the story of the earwigs.
I want it again.